Hello students, in present video I am going to explain second problem from trial balance topic. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter First Year Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about trial balance topic. On trial balance topic I made two videos, trial balance lecture 1, trial balance lecture 2. These two videos links are given in the description box. This question is also available in the description box. Let us see the question first. Prepare a trial balance from the following balances of Veena as on 31st March 2018. Particulars amount. Stock on 1st April 2017 40,000 rupees. Purchases 90,000 rupees. Sales 1,60,000 rupees. Wages 16,160. Salaries 16,400. Repair charges 500. Commission received 10,800. Sundry debtors 38,800. Sundry creditors 18,500. Capital 1,90,000. Drawings 4,400. Returns inwards 15,500. Returns outwards 5,600. Carriage inwards 1,640. Carriage outwards 3,200. Furniture 12,000 rupees. Motor car 80,000. Cash in hand 14,300. Bank overdraft 40,000. Investments 1,20,000. Interest on investments 12,000. Advertisement 3,800. Let us see the solution for this question. Observe the starting line of the question. Prepare a trial balance from the following balances of Veena as on 31st March 2018. Owner's name is Veena. In her books, we have to prepare trial balance on 31st March 2018. While writing the heading, in first line you have to write owner's name or firm's name. In present problem, firm name is not given, owner's name is available. Write down that name. Below to that, we have to prepare trial balance from, write down that. And below to that, as on 31st March 2018. So as on we have to write. Means what? Trial balance is prepared on a particular date. Generally, trial balance is prepared at the end of the year. So we should not write for the year ended 31st March 2018. This is the last date of current year. If this is the last date of current year, starting date is 1st April 2017. So current year is 1st April 2017 to 31st March 2018. For this period, in ledger book, we prepare all these accounts. Some accounts are personal accounts, some accounts are nominal accounts, some accounts are real accounts. So from 1 month to next month, we carry forward the balances. Thus, from February month, balances we carry forward to March month, and the March month account closing balances are given in the question. So all these amounts are the balance carried down figures as on 31st March 2018, which are available in different accounts of ledger book. So these balances are given in the question. By taking these balances, we have to prepare trial balance. In trial balance, 3 columns we open now. Means we are following journal format of trial balance. So trial balance can be prepared in 2 formats. One is journal format. Columns are name of the account, debit amount, credit amount. Or you can prepare trial balance under ledger format also. There trial balance contains 4 columns. Name of the account, debit balance, name of the account, credit balance. So for every account, 2 columns we have now. Now the question is, in which column we have to write the amount. For that, you have to remember these points. Assets, expenses, losses, drawings, purchases, sales returns. Show a debit balance. If these accounts are given in the question, then balances in debit column we have to show. Similarly, liabilities, incomes, gains, capital, sales, purchase returns, reserves, provisions, funds. Show a credit balance. If these accounts are given in the question, Then amount we have to write in credit column. Stock on 1/4/2017 40,000 rupees. This is the last date of the year. Starting date is 1st April 2017. On that day he is giving stock. Meaning is opening stock is given in the question. Sometimes he uses opening stock word. Sometimes he gives like this. With the starting date of the year, he gives stock details. Then we should understand that opening stock he has given. Opening stock is an asset. So last year closing stock becomes opening stock for current year. Asset shows a debit balance now. Therefore in debit column we have to write the amount. Purchases 90,000 rupees. Purchases is related with the goods account. So whenever we buy goods, in journal entry we have to debit purchases account. For example, purchased goods from Rama. Journal entry is purchases account data to Rama account. Cash purchases. Entry is purchases account data to cash. When we are debiting purchases account in all entries, when we post these entries in purchase account, debit side only we post. So purchase account always shows a debit balance. Therefore, in debit column we have to write the amount. That only I mentioned here. See, purchase account shows a debit balance. Next, sales 1,60,000. Sales account is also related with the goods account. And when firm sells goods to customers, while writing journal entry, sales account will be credited always. For example, cash sale. Entry is cash account data to sales account. Sold goods to Murali. Entry is Murali account data to sales account. As a sales account is credited in journal entry, when this entry is posted in sales account, on credit side only we post always. So sales account always shows a credit balance. That is mentioned here. Sales account shows a credit balance. Therefore, sales amount in credit column we should write. Wages 16,160. Firm pays wages to labor who work in factory. So to the firm, wage is an expenditure. Expenses related accounts always show a debit balance. Therefore, wages amount in debit column we should write. Salaries. Firm pays salaries to employees who work in office. To the firm, salary is an expenditure. It should be shown in the debit column. Repair charges. Firm incurred some expenditure related with the repairs. So expenditure related account shows a debit balance now. Therefore, in debit column, we have to write this amount. Next, commission received. With the commission word, he gave received word. Then we should understand that this is an income. We gave some service to somebody. In return, we took commission from them. To the firm, this is income. Income related accounts show a credit balance. Therefore, in credit column, we have to write the amount. Suppose in question he has given that commission. He has not given received word, he has not given allowed word. Only commission word is given. Then you should understand that he is giving expenditure. So if only commission word is given, consider that as an expenditure. If it is income, compulsory he gives received word along with the commission word. So same rule is applicable to rent also. If simply rent is given, meaning is rent paid, expenditure. If rent received is given, treat it as income. Similarly, interest is given, interest paid, that is the meaning. Interest received is given, treat it as income. Commission received amount is 10,800 rupees. Next, sundry debtors. Sundry means various. Firm has more than one debtor. Assume 10 debtors we have. How you can say that that person is a debtor to the firm? When we prepare that person account in ledger book, that person's account is showing a debit balance on 31st March 2018. Assume that total 10 debtors we have in that manner. So 10 personal accounts are showing a debit balance. All these 10 amounts we add and the final amount we take in trial balance. Debtor means a person who is liable to the firm. So total debtors amount is 38,800 rupees. Debtor is related with the personal account. So debtor is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, in debit column, we have to write the amount. Sundry creditors 18,500. Creditor means a person to whom firm is liable. We have to pay the money. In ledger, we prepared some personal accounts. Say 5 personal accounts we prepared, which are showing a credit balance as on 31st March 2018. So if any personal account shows a credit balance, then the meaning is that person is a creditor to us. We have to pay money to him. We have 5 creditors, assume. So then 5 creditors balance carried down amounts total is 18,500. That the total creditors amount in credit column we have to show, because sundry creditors account is related with the personal account and this account comes under a liability because we have to pay the money now. So liabilities show a credit balance. Therefore, in credit column we have to write the amount. Capital 1,90,000 rupees. Capital means owner brings money to commence the business. That amount is known as capital to the firm. When we are maintaining accounts, we have to follow accounting concepts and accounting conventions. There is one concept known as business entity concept. As per that concept, while maintaining accounts, accountant should assume that firm is separate and owner is separate. So accountant has to treat owner as outsider of the business. So when outsider is giving money to us, then we record that as liability, no? So when owner invests money in the business, for us it is a liability. So liability shows a credit balance, no? Therefore, capital always shows a credit balance. You recollect the journal entries for capital? Commenced business with 1,90,000. Entry is cash account debtor to capital account. Whenever we write capital related journal entries, in journal entry always we credit capital account. Therefore, when you prepare capital account, on credit side only we post all these journal entries. So on a particular date, if you calculate the balance of capital account, it always shows a credit balance. Therefore, capital amount in credit column we should write. Drawings 4,400. Drawings means for the personal use of owner. If he withdraws money or goods from the firm, or if he withdraws money from the bank to the firm, it is considered as drawings. Drawings word is opposite to capital word. Capital word we always credit, no, because capital shows a credit balance. Drawings word always we debit while writing the journal entry. Means drawings account always shows a debit balance. For example, goods drawn by the owner for personal use. Entry will be drawings account debtor to purchases account. Cash drawn by the owner for personal use. Drawings account debtor to cash account. Cash withdrawn by the owner from the bank for personal use. Drawings account debtor to bank account. So everywhere drawings account we are debiting. When you post this drawings related entry in drawings account, always on debit side only we post. If you calculate the balance of drawings account on a particular date, it shows a debit balance only. So drawings account always shows a debit balance. Therefore, drawings amount in debit column we should write. Next, returns inwards. Inward means what? Coming. We sold goods to customer, now customer is returning. Otherwise, we purchased goods from supplier, now firm is returning. Means returns are of two types, purchase returns, sales returns. So we have to observe which returns are given in the question, sales returns or purchase returns. He used the inward word, means what? Goods are returned and the goods are coming into the firm. So we should understand that once a firm sold goods to customer, customer is not satisfied with the quality of goods. Customer is returning goods to us. So goods are coming into the firm. That is why inward word he used. So returns inwards means sales returns. Sales returns account is goods related account. Whenever sales returns are given in the question, while writing the journal entry, always we debit sales returns. See, sales returns account shows a debit balance always, because in journal entry, when sales returns are debited, in sales returns account, that entry will be posted on debit side only. So if you calculate the balance of sales returns, it shows a debit balance. Therefore, in debit column, we have to write the amount 15,500 rupees. Next, returns outward. Goods are going when goods are returned. Meaning is, once a firm purchased goods from supplier, some goods are defective. So firm is returning goods to supplier. So returns outward means firm purchased goods once. Now firm is returning these goods. Goods are going from the firm. Therefore, returns outwards means purchase returns. While writing journal entry, purchase returns account, always we have to credit. Goods returned to Kiran. Entry is Kiran account data to purchase returns account. When you credit purchase returns account in journal entry, when we prepare purchase returns account, credit side only that entry comes. Therefore, purchase returns account always shows a credit balance. Therefore, in credit column, you have to write the amount. Next, carriage inwards, carriage outwards. Both are expenses, because carriage means transportation. So transportation of goods from one place to another place is known as carriage. Carriage inward, carriage outward. In these two cases, firm only pays that carriage expenses. So to the firm, that is expenditure. Then what is the difference between these two words? Carriage inwards means goods are coming into the firm. So you should understand that firm purchased goods from supplier. From supplier's place to our factory, we are bringing those goods and we pay transportation expenditure. Goods are coming into the firm. Therefore, carriage inward means purchase related carriages. Means carriage on purchases. That is the meaning. Carriage outward means what? We manufacture the goods. We are sending goods to customer. We are giving free home delivery to customer. So from our shop to customer's residence, we are only transporting the goods. So goods are going from our firm now. Therefore, outward word is used. So carriage outward means carriage on sales. Both are expenses now. Expenses related accounts show a debit balance. Therefore, in debit column, you have to write these amounts. Carriage inwards 1640. Carriage outwards 3,200 rupees. Furniture. Furniture account is related with asset account. Asset shows a debit balance now. Therefore, in debit column, you have to write the balancing figure. 12,000 rupees. Continuation I am writing here. Motor car. Motor car is one asset. Vehicle comes under asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, amount in debit column you have to write. Cash in hand is an asset. We prepared cash account on 31st March 2018. That account is showing a debit balance of 14,300. Cash in hand is an asset now. Asset always shows a debit balance. Therefore, in debit column you have to write the amount. Bank overdraft 40,000 rupees. Business people maintain current accounts with the bank. On current accounts, we can avail overdraft facility. Overdraft facility means how much bank balance we have, more than that we can withdraw from the bank. Based on our financial position, up to a certain limit, bank allows overdraft facility to us. So we use that facility. We have taken 40,000 extra from the bank. Means we have taken loan from the bank. So liability shows a credit balance now. Bank overdraft is a liability. It shows a credit balance. Therefore, amount in credit column we should write. Investments 1,20,000 rupees. We have some savings money. With that money, we purchased other companies shares or debentures. Means we invested our money in outside securities. For us it is an asset. That asset is known as investments. Investment is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance, no? Therefore in debit column you have to write the amount. Next, interest on investments. We invested money somewhere, on that interest we received. So interest on investment is an income to us. Observe this word, commission received. Received word is given. Therefore, it is very clear it is one income. But received word is not given here even though it is an income. Because you should understand that when we invest our money in outside securities, always we receive interest on that. He need not to mention clearly. He need not to add received word here. Interest on investment is always an income to us. Income shows a credit balance, no? Therefore, in credit column, you have to write the amount. Finally, advertisement. So, we incurred advertisement expenses. To the firm, it is an expenditure. Expenditure related accounts show a debit balance. Therefore, advertisement amount in debit column we should write. Thus, all ledger account balances, by following these trial balance rules, we have to record in trial balance. After writing all ledger account balances, finally we have to find out the totals of these two columns. Debit total from 40,000 to 3,800. If you total debit column, you will get 4,56,700 rupees. And credit column total is 4,36,900 rupees. Trial balance is not agreeing. It is not tallying. In first problem, two columns totals are same, no? Then the meaning is trial balance is tallied, trial balance is agreed. There are no arithmetic errors while posting the journal entries from journal or subsidiary books to ledger accounts and while balancing ledger accounts. But there is a difference in these totals. Meaning is somewhere some mistake is happened. If accountant has a time to locate that error, then he locates that error and he rectifies that error by writing rectification of error entry. But trial balance is prepared on 31st March 2018 now. On the same day, accountant has to prepare final accounts also. So to avoid the delay in preparation of final accounts, accountant transfer this difference amount to suspense account. Therefore, this 19,800 in credit column we have to write. For this amount, we should open a special account known as suspense account. Suspense account is a temporary account. It is opened to tally the trial balance. Now two columns total is 4,56,700 rupees. Suspense account amount we wrote in credit column now. Meaning is suspense account is showing the credit balance. That amount in final accounts under liability side of balance sheet we should take again. Suppose suspense account is showing a debit balance. Means credit column total is more, debit column total is less. So difference amount in debit column we wrote. Then in balance sheet under asset side we have to show suspense account amount. Next year when accountant finds some leisure time, he verifies ledger book, journal book or subsidiary book and he locates the error. And to rectify that error by using suspense account, he passes rectification entries. When these entries are posted in suspense account, the credit balance of 19,800 in suspense account will get automatically cancelled. So suspense account shows a nil balance. Then the meaning is the reasons for this difference 19,800 are located and rectified properly. So remember, if trial balance is not tallying in the examination, once we have to refer whether all amounts in proper columns we have written or not, whether we calculated the totals correctly or not. If everything is correct, in spite of that trial balance is not tallying, then the meaning is suspense account is given in the question. So in which column less total is coming, in that column write down the difference between debit and credit column totals, and for that difference write down suspense account word. Then two sides put the totals. Which amount higher total you have to write in two columns. So this is all about second problem from trial balance lesson. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.